Hello, I'm Nathan Judo. I'm here with Wolves reporter Tim Spiers. Tim, been a long time. Haven't seen Nuno for a while. He came in. He was full of the joys of Christmas today.
Is that a question?
Yes, it's a question. Yes.
Yeah.
Interesting conversation with him at the start.
Wasn't really. I think we say this every week. He doesn't really enjoy his press conferences.
No, some people do, some people don't.
Some people do, some people don't. But yeah,
some people give us, some people are receivers.
It's indeed. It's been. It feels like it's been a long couple of weeks since that Fulham game. 2 weeks today on the Friday.
Yeah.
So yeah, feeling joy spring as usual, but obviously feeling confident ahead of the weekend's game.
Now, lots of people have been away on international duty, travelling to various places in the land. Who's fit, who's not?
I think everyone's okay. I had a really good interview with Roman Sace actually before the press conference. Obviously qualified for the World Cup with Morocco.
Spoke great, to be fair to him.
Yeah, really good stuff. Yeah, you can read that in tomorrow's Express and Star. Alfred and Jai as well, he qualified for the World Cup. Loads of people been here, there and everywhere. Ruben Neves played twice for Portugal during the international break. Brought that up with Nuno during the presser and he seemed to disagree. A bit of a confusing moment.
Bit of an awkward moment.
Not sure.
A little bit.
Not sure if he was denying the fact that he played twice for Portugal or if he just didn't want to talk about him. It was, a bit of an awkward moment.
But he didn't start twice. Do you think maybe he start, maybe he plays?
I'm really not sure. I don't think we're going to get to the bottom of that. Anyway, he's pleased that his players getting international recognition. I think Neves playing for Portugal is incredible for a Championship player to be playing for such a prestigious nation, European champions.
Yeah.
You know, you don't get any Championship midfielders playing for England.
No, you don't.
Who aren't as good a nation. Haven't got a stronger squad, arguably. So I think that's fantastic. I think it's a real
great for the club.
Absolutely, just shows you exactly what the high level that he's performing at. But there was a number of others. Obviously, Doxy went away with Ireland, didn't play. Nuno mentioned Conor Ronan as well. Yes. A whole host of them that went away. Yes, and Jota.
Scored.
Yeah.
But I mean, from just going back to the Neves point of view, I mean, he is. And he's going to get talked about because of his talent levels. It's going to happen, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think I
understand he's protecting him.
That's probably why it was a bit of an awkward moment because he doesn't really like talking about Neves, I don't think. But yeah, he's been he had a little dip after a couple of weeks when he settled in, but I think he's been outstanding. I think he's shown his class. I think he's a level above lots of players in this division in terms of his vision, and his passing range is phenomenal, and I think he'd be even better in a better team in the Premier League or whatever. So fantastic, the Wolves have got him. Let's enjoy him while we can. So
they go to Reading on Saturday, obviously looking to build on the last 2 wins. 18th in the table. If you look at the game, you think maybe an easy win, but they're definitely on the up, Reading, before the international break.
Yeah, international break came at a bad time for them. Two great wins against Forest and Derby. I think it was 4-2 away at Derby. Fantastic result. I mean, they were in the playoffs last year. We know they're a good team. We know they've got a good manager. And a very interesting philosophy. Obviously, they like to keep the ball a lot, and it'd be perhaps similar to the Fulham game tomorrow, where Wolves struggled against Fulham in open play, particularly in the first half. So it'd be interesting to see how it pans out. But Wolves go there with the best away record in the league, something not to be sniffed at. So. They go there full of confidence against what will be a decent opposition. And
a couple of familiar faces in the lineup potentially.
David Edwards and John Daddy Bodvarsson, who he missed their last game before the international break with injury, so he's touch and go. But Edwards has been playing. He played for Wales as well during the international break, so I'm sure he'll get a good ovation. Obviously, Edwards, I'm sure, will, from what's nearly 4,000 fans that are going down.
A couple of people saying that he won't, though.
I think just a couple of idiots on Twitter, whatever. But no,
name them.
So I think, but he's got to get a great ovation.
Yeah,
nearly 10 years of very loyal service.
And when it came out that he'd left, it was a little bit just before the game, I think. So he didn't have a chance to say goodbye. So I'm sure, ironically, he got a bit of stick when he went to Reading away as a Wolves player last year. A bit of a verbal spat with fans at the end of the game. But I think this time around, yes, of course, he'll get a great ovation. As with Bodvarsson, no struggle for goals, but he gave his all, and he was a popular player as well. So obviously 2 goals for Reading. And Wolves have got to score 3. Nuno said his team are ready, which is always good. Formation-wise, what we're thinking?
The same one they've played in every single game so far.
Okay, that one. And the team, and the players who will fit into that formation, who would you expect to see?
So, Douglas is suspended.
Don't be difficult.
Barry Douglas is suspended.
Don't be difficult. You've been away for a while.
Answer the question. Barry Douglas is suspended, so Ruben Vinagre, I'm sure, will come in at left wing back, which hasn't proved to be a weakness at all.
When was his last start then? Man City?
In the league, Burton away, when he was phenomenal and scored. So there's no qualms about bringing him in what should be an open game. I think he'll enjoy himself. And yeah, I guess the quandaries at centre half really, because Ryan Bennett came in, but I thought he took his chance in his 2 games he played. Norwich away and Fulham at home, 2 clean sheets. Wolves have only conceded 1 goal while Ryan Bennett's been on the pitch this season. I think that's about 7 or 8 appearances, which is just phenomenal, hundreds of minutes. So can you drop him? I mean, I don't know. Danny Barton, Roderick Miranda waiting in the wings, Courtney Hawes as well. So I think that's the one where you're not sure what he'll do. Will he stick with the same team as Fulham or not? And then Saysor and Jai is the regular dilemma in midfield. I think the type of game it's going to be, it's made for Roman Says. I think he'll play.
Great quote from at the start as well about the week and the time he's having at the moment.
Just loving life.
Loving life.
Aren't we all?
People will be loving life. Hopefully, it's 4,000 Wolves fans who are going down. Should be a cracking atmosphere.
Yeah, the away tickets sell like hotcakes these days. Absolutely ridiculous. Blues away is a sellout already.
Yeah,
that's a few weeks away. Yeah, almost 4,000 going. Wolves could take 5,000 wherever they play at the moment. It's the feel-good factor around the place is phenomenal. Not been this good for 10 years in terms of like feel-good factor. So and everyone will turn up knowing they're going to see probably a good performance. So.
Absolutely. Now we talked about the squad and the players that aren't playing, and it's a shame that they're out the cup because that was a perfect way to get them out there. 3 games in 7 days though. Hopefully you think maybe a bit of rotation. Or not?
He doesn't really do rotation, does he? I think he'll take it game by game, and he'll.
But there's a busy period coming. You go into December. There's a lot of fixtures coming.
No, but it tends to quieten down a little bit after that because there's not as many midweek games coming up until Christmas, when obviously it goes a bit mental again. But no, I think he'll play it by ear. They coped really well before the international break when it was Saturday, Tuesday, Friday, and I thought they did really well. They got better as the week went on, bizarrely. So no, we'll see. Obviously, there's some players that I'm sure Unjai, Costa will be looking for minutes. So
Costa.
And quite. And then the centre halves as well. I think that's where we're seeing rotation a little bit because there was no need to drop necessarily Miranda or Bart.
Yes.
That was a surprise, but suddenly they were bombed out the squad, and in comes Ryan Bennett. I know they lost at QPR, but it wasn't necessarily a defensive howler of a performance. So I think that's where we'll see rotation because these guys can slot in pretty seamlessly at the back 3 as they've proved so far.
Feels like it's been forever
since
we went to a game.
Yes, been 2 weeks. Yeah.
Excited?
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Me and Tim will be at the Merjayski on Saturday. For all the build up on this one, make sure you log on to expressandstar.com.